Hi, I'm Kelly, and I'm an occupational therapist. That's a big old fancy way of saying skills. I help equip kids with skills they need for success right now, today, in play, school, and time with their family, and also skills that are needed on down the road. So we're building skills for success. And I think it's universal that every parent wants to set their child up for success. We want to give them the best chance now for success later. And that's what I do. I'm trained in all the little skills that it takes to add up to success. So let's talk about tying your shoe. This is a big one lately. Do we have to tie our shoe? Because can't we just, there's Velcro shoes, there's slip-on shoes, there's buckle shoes. We can skip the tie the shoes, right? Well, since I'm trained in all the skills that we need for success today, tomorrow, and later down the line, I can tell you we can't skip the tie the shoe. Now, the way that I teach tie the shoes, and the age group that I work with is kids ages 3 to 8, is I teach it with bunny ears. The shoelaces are little bunny ears, and we work with that to teach tie the shoes. But you can't skip it. It totally matters. Now, you can slide into your buckles or your Velcro, and I live in Texas, so we wear flip-flops all year long. Now, that has a problem with your feet when you're older like me, but flip-flops work too. But here's the thing, is that if you have a daughter who's going to be 13 and wants to tie a bow in her ponytail, if you've skipped tie the shoes or the bunny ear phase, she doesn't know how. Or a college-age child who has a pet and is walking their dog and has sees something interesting in a store, and so they're going to stop and pop in and look, and they want to tie up their dog outside the store. Oh, well, they missed the tie the shoe phase, so they can't tie up their dog. Or what about anybody who wants to wrap gifts? If you don't know the tie the shoe and the bunny ears, well, you can't really tie a bow around that gift because you aren't equipped. You don't have those skills because we've skipped them. So here's why you need me. I know the skills that you need, the essential skills that your child has to have today, and the ones that they're gonna need on down the road. I want it to be easy and effective and pretty much effortless for you. Like, I've already thought this out. This is my love, kids ages 3 to 8. And I love kids in general. I'm a mom of 3. I have a 16-year-old, a 14-year-old, an 11-year-old, and you'll hear all about them on my content because they're such great examples of what to do and also what not to do. Because parents fail all the time. It's hard, it is messy, it is complicated, and every parent is so, we want to do the best job. And we want to present our children as being prepared, being equipped, having the skills, looking the part. But behind the scenes, it is so messy and complicated. And all these little kids in their little bodies have all these complicated systems. Their sensory system, what are the senses telling them every minute of the day? What is their cognitive system telling them? Their nervous system, their motor and movement system. So I help kind of explain and give you tips and tweaks and little adjustments you can make with difficulties that your kids are having today. And just the normal, typical child that you see at the playground, they all have difficulties because all these different systems are trying to figure out how to run smoothly. And from the ages of 3 to 8, it's not smooth yet. Like, it's gonna be better later in 10 years, but right now, this is a time where there's lots of little kinks in the system. I say there's kinks in the hose a lot because there's still water running. And again, they're gonna be fine, but there's just little shifts the parent can make that I can help you with. I can give you the little tips and the tweaks to make that will make a huge impact for your child. So the little difficulties they're experiencing right now with their sensory system, or the difficulty with their balancing and the motor, or the difficulty with their fine motor at the moment to hold their pencil. All of these little shifts I can help you with easily. And it's not that hard. Okay? Let's talk tie the shoe. So they have to have tie the shoe. And do you know the 15 different skills that go into tie the shoe? The postural control, the shoulder stability that operates the upper extremity or the arm, which controls the fine motor, and the bilateral hand coordination and the visual spatial skills a person has to have. So I have all of that. And so I can easily translate that to you with simple activities that are going to address all those things, and it's going to feel like play to your child. I think that's the other thing that I want to assure parents of, is that occupational therapy or skills, it doesn't have to be hard and painful for your child. In fact, when kids are with me, if they're not having fun, if they're not having a great time, I am doing my job wrong. And I tell parents that all the time, and they'll say, my kid adores you, my kid just loves you. I don't get it, like you have all the same toys that I have in your house, and how is that possible? Well, again, I'm trained in knowing the skills that the child should have, and the skill that's like the next skill above the skill that we're working on. So I can tweak and adjust very specifically to the child that I'm working with, so they are feeling successful, challenged, engaged, they're having fun, and that makes for a recipe of great success for them to learn and get the skills for the best success.